Hey, what's going on everyone? Eagle94 back with another action figure review, and today we're looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends. This is the Spider-Man Retro Wave. We're looking at Spider-Man. Now, I was gonna do Green Goblin next, but I had a lot of people asking about Spider-Man, so here he is. I'll bring you Spider-Man first instead of Green Goblin. As expected, he comes in this very nice retro Toy Biz style packaging with Spider-Man on the side there. You see what he comes with. On the back side, we do get our standard stuff like the read up and the rest of the wave on the back here. Let's get it focused. So here we have the rest of the wave. We have Electro, Peter Parker, which I just reviewed. Check him out. We have Green Goblins, Gwen Stacy, and Daredevil. The write-up says, bitten by a radioactive spider. Peter Parker now possesses all of the Arachnids attributes. I probably said that wrong, but oh well. He is the Amazing Spider-Man. Alright, so there you have it. Again, if you want to order yourself a set, check out the link down below for Big Bad Toy Store where you guys can order yourself a set of this very awesome wave of legends. So here we have Spidey out of the box, and this is very different compared to our Pizza Spidey, which is everyone's definitive Spider-Man right now. This is going to be a toss-up between those two, I guarantee you. Some people are probably going to lean towards this one. Some people are going to lean towards the Spidey, the Pizza Spidey. They're going to stay with that. I don't know. But this is definitely a nice little update for a classic Spider-Man. I think I like this one more than Pizza Spidey. I just like the body that they used more. This body mold just fits so well. It's not as skinny as that Pizza Spidey was. And he's not as tall either, I think. But we'll figure that out in the size comparison. Let's first take a look at this figure and the accessories. So he comes with an extra head and an extra set of hands. So we have the web slinging posed hands on each hand right now. And then we get a pair of fists too, because you gotta punch people when you're Spider-Man as well. So there's the pair of fists, and then we get the other head, and it's not unmasked or anything, it's another masked head, but the eyes are different here. So we get, check it out, we get this head and then we get this head. So see the eyes, how different they are. It's opened wider, or more opened, however you want to say it, on this head, and this one's kind of squinting a little bit. So there you go. As for Spider-Man, this is some of the best line work that I've seen Hasbro do for Spider-Man. I know it gets a little sloppy at sometimes with Spidey. It's very hard to keep this controllable, especially on a mass-produced action figure, but I think they did a great job here. I don't see anything wrong with my Spider-Man, and I'm happy about that. As you see, even on the fingers, the hands, the arms, every piece, even that little chunk of elbow plastic right there got some line work that is pretty even and lined up with the rest of the figure. Also worth noting, these figures still have the peg holes, or the pegs. They don't have the new hidden peg tech that they were doing, the pinless, that's what they're calling it, pinless tech. We haven't seen that just yet, but yeah, we still got the pins on these. Not a big deal, but eventually these will be a thing of the past. See the red pins there? Those will be gone. So very exciting to see that on Marvel Legends. And then let's go to the back. There's no peg hole on the back. Everything looks good. So yeah, now let's check out the articulation of the figure. We have the head on this ball joint. Looks like it's a double ball joint. Look, check that out. And look what they did here. That's something different. This is not a hinge. It's a ball joint. But you see the little cut in the plastic so you can move the head back. That's pretty cool. So let's pop the head back on, and now we can move the head up because of that little space that they left on that neck piece. So it goes up, and you can see the line work is pretty clean on the neck too. Everything goes all the way up. The head goes down, left and right, 360 degrees. The arms are going to go forward and back, in and out. About that far. We have the bicep swivel. We have this butterfly joint, super nice butterfly joint there. Now I do get some paint that unfortunately will get scratched off in that area where you're rubbing joints together. I guess that's to be expected, but you know, what are you gonna do there? So yeah, we have the butterfly joints, we have the double jointed elbow, swivel at the wrist with a hinge, we have a diaphragm joint for the torso, and check this out, we also have a lower ab crunch. So upper torso gets that diaphragm joint, goes back, forward, tilts, get the ab crunch at the lower torso. Very nice combination. That is super flexible. Look at that. Holy cow. And then you can get him forward, tilting. I mean, this is Spider-Man right there. Awesome stuff there. There is no waist swivel though. We have the legs on a T-joint that go forward, and as you just saw, they do drop down. So that's cool. That allows for more range. And then we have thigh swivels. We have double jointed knees. We have a hidden nice shin swivel, hinge at the ankle, and there's a rocker at the ankle. As far as I'm concerned, probably one of the most articulated Spider-Mans that Hasbro's produced. I mean, look at this thing. The fact that he's got the drop down legs, the ab crunch and diaphragm combination for the torso, the butterfly joints are super deep. Beautiful. I mean, I don't know what else they're missing in this. So, definitely am happy with the articulation on this figure. I feel like this is the best Spider-Man Hasbro's made. I know there's always an argument. People always think other figures are, but this Spider-Man is really well done. And I do like it more than the Pizza Spider-Man. Alright, so let's have it. Let's have that comparison. Here we have the new retro line Spider-Man on the left, and then we have the Pizza Spider-Man on the right, which is still a great figure. Now, here are the differences. Now, I thought Pizza Spidey was a little taller, and now his legs might be spread apart a little too much. He might be a tad bit taller. He definitely is slimmer, so look at the torso. We got some more musculature here. A lot slimmer on the torso for this one, but overall, it's more articulated on the retro line Spider-Man. We do get the ab crunch diaphragm joint combo. We also do get the butterfly joints on both figures, but this one does not have drop down legs, and that just makes all the difference. The legs and the double, I guess double jointed torso, you want to say, because there's two joints there. The double jointed torso really makes a difference in making it super flexible. Waist swivel on the Pizza Spidey. No waist swivel here, but we do get the swivel at the diaphragm joint there. I do like the open, the bigger eyes on Pizza Spidey. That more classic comic book open, huge eyes. I like that a little more than the smaller eyes here. I wish there was a head for this one that had that. But you can also see the reds are not the same. So even if you wanted to swap heads, the reds are not going to match. A quick look at the side here. And then we'll turn them around and get a look at the back. So the Pizza Spider-Man had a peg hole on his back for whatever reason, while this retro Spider-Man does not. We do get a gap in the back of the neck because of that new, I guess, head movement they wanted to add there. Instead of just giving him a ball jointed hinge, they went with that double ball peg stick. And then they put the gap there so he can move his head up. And there is Pizza Spidey 2.0. This is the vintage line Pizza Spider-Man, the repaint. Very different. And we're going to get all three in. So there are both Pizza Spider-Mans. Original on the left, vintage wave on the right. And then here's the retro wave, brand new classic Spider-Man. So I did something real quick here and I think I like it. I used the 2.0 Pizza Spidey head, put it on to the new body, the new Spider-Man figure, and I love it. This is exactly what I wanted, the bigger eyes, and boom, I think this looks good. I mean, it doesn't match 100%, but I think it's about 85%, maybe 90%. From far away, man, look at that. That looks so good. I like it. So now we have three options, technically. So if you have that Spider-Man, I'd use the 2.0 one, not this one, because this one's too bright, I think, for this new Spider-Man. So these are the original heads here. So now we have those two, but definitely I like this look. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this looks good? Let's do a closer look. Why not? Look at this. Let's go ahead and do a closer look at the head. This is again the Pizza Spidey head on the new retro body. Everything fits good. It's a nice snug fit. Can articulate just fine. Looks down. Looks dope. Check that out. Since we're up close here looking at his face, this is the original head that came with the figure already in the package. This is the alternate head that comes with this figure, with the eyes are kind of squinting a little bit. This is the alternate head for the Peter Parker with the half mask and half face, and sadly it does not fit. You would think this one would fit, but I think they did that on purpose, right? So that doesn't fit. And then here is the Peter Parker head. Now this one fits. It's so odd because if both of those heads are meant to go on the Peter Parker body, but they fit differently. Look how loose this fits. It goes in, but it's super loose. But here is a Peter Parker unmasked with the glasses on the Spidey body. Here we have Spidey with the multiple man head, and I don't have the Peter Parker head that came with the Craven 2-pack or the Mary Jane 2-pack. Unfortunately, I've gotten a lot of questions about head swapping that, and I don't have it. This is actually pretty close to that, but it's not the same, so I'm sorry I can't get to that comparison unless I end up finding a figure. But I sadly don't own either of those Spider-Men. But here he is with the multiple man head, which looks pretty decent, not too bad. So here we have Peter Parker. This is the Peter Parker that is within this retro line, and I think the scale is perfect. They're about the same height, which they should be. This one just looks a little thicker because he's wearing clothes, you know, instead of a tight suit. So very nice. I like these. We got him next to the 80th anniversary Captain America and the 80th anniversary Iron Man. Classic, everything all classic, looks good. And then here's a quick shot of everyone, including Thor. Thor being the biggest one out of frame, like always. We're missing Hulk right now, but he's really going to be out of frame. But just a little bit of classicness here for you guys. Here is the Mafex Amazing Spider-Man next to our Marvel Legends. And for our random comparison, we have an SH Figuarts Beerus and a Star Wars The Black Series Mandalorian with the child. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for my review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro Wave of Spider-Man, of course. The suited version of Spidey, we do have a Peter Parker, and this looks good. I think this is my favorite Marvel Legends Spidey so far. Definitely is alongside right there with the Pizza Spider-Man. He is a great figure, but this one slightly wins over it for me in my book because of the articulation on this figure. I like that I can stick on the Pizza Spidey head on this figure, and it looks great. And he's definitely going to look great alongside the other Spider-Man figures in this wave. Also looks great with the 80th anniversary Marvel Legends figures. They never really made a 80th anniversary Spider-Man. Kind of surprising because he is probably the face of Marvel and Marvel Comics at least, and he wasn't made in 80th anniversary form, but maybe this is what was meant to become of a release of 80th anniversary and they just couldn't make it out, and here it is in the retro Spidey line. I don't know, just my guess, but it looks great. I love it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Let me know your thoughts on this figure. Are you guys excited? You guys were requesting this one a lot, so I brought it to you as fast as I could. So stay tuned for the rest of the wave. Hopefully you guys are finding these helpful. Leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.